It's Monday, March the 27th, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today afternoon update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, a 23-year-old man is at this hour assisting police in their investigations into last evening's fatal accident at the junction of Edgecombe St. Philip that resulted in the death of a police officer and injuries to 4 others. He is Trey Murray of Spring Hall in St. Lucie, the driver of one of the 4 cars involved in the accident with a police vehicle driven by Acting Station Sergeant Orville Lovell. Police say the dead officer, Station Sergeant Clifford Bridgman of Church Village St. Philip, was the front seat passenger of the police van at the time of the collision. He had to be freed from the vehicle by fire officers, but subsequently died on the spot. Police say the car, which Murray was driving, struck 3 other cars before colliding with the police van. He complained of chest pains and was treated at the QEH and discharged. 2 of the 3 drivers, as well as the driver of the police vehicle, were also treated and discharged. The 3rd driver escaped unhurt. The dead policeman's brother, Anderson Holder, told Barbados Today his sibling didn't have to die the way he did.
I was dealing with my dogs, and I get the news that he was involved in an accident, and I left home and came straight when he seen. They say educated, but I don't believe that my brother should have died, so that's his job to deal with crime, and I feel in mind he should do a very good job, and I feel in mind that the man that do it, he should pay more than double penalty for it. That's my story there.
Meanwhile, resident June Davis, who lived nearby the scene, said she heard what sounded like a loud explosion and looked out and saw the accident.
I see the car, one car flipping, going over and over, and so I looked down and said the gully down there, and everyone I come down here, I saw one gentleman with the car sitting down there at the corner. And I start questioning him. I can't tell you what he told me.
In other news now, Speaker of the House of Assembly Michael Carrington has issued a stern warning to his political detractors to be careful what they say about him. Carrington, the ruling Democratic Labour Party MP for St. Michael West, went even further when he addressed his constituency branch last night. Affirming that he does not lie or steal, the House Speaker put his opposition Barbados Labour Party rival, the Reverend Joseph Atherley, on notice of possible court action for things said about him.
I want to remind him that I don't know much about him, and he can't possibly know much about me, except with public. I am very straightforward. I don't lie. And when I say so, I always say that, and this was the day before I was married. You know, you little white lies that you tell the girls when you walk fool them and so on. Boy, don't please keep it a straight face. I didn't talk to those little white lies. Right, so I don't lie. I am not interested and I don't support same-sex activity and unions, and I don't steal. So I tell him to leave me alone. I understand that we went into the sale Vietnam and he made some comments about me, but he made some comments which I am having my attorneys at law look at because they might have been libelous. All I want to tell him is be careful what you have to say about me.
Plans are afoot to arm parents with the correct protocols to follow when seeking solutions from schools on disputes concerning their children. President of the National Parent-Teacher Association, Sean Gibbs, made the disclosure during the current affairs program, The People's Business, on television last night.
I can say to you that parents still repose a lot of trust and respect in teachers, and I would not want to color the entire situation as parents being anti-teachers. However, we have issues that are not handled correctly, that are not ventilated with the correct protocols, and it's something that we are currently addressing by preparing a handbook on how parents should engage in school. But I would also want schools to make parents feel more welcome when they seek to engage school on matters. And just let me say that there's certain guidelines that already exist for how parents should enter and engage in school.
However, President of the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union, Mary Redmond, who was also on the panel, said there's a strong anti-teacher sentiment now in existence.
I can't say where it has come from, where it has originated, definitely, but I do believe it is part of the whole, what I call North Americanization of our culture, where we look at and mimic what is happening in developed societies, and we see the interference, and that is what it is, of parents in school matters that do not directly concern them necessarily. And when they do interfere or attempt to interfere, they don't do this in a manner that is productive, that is collaborative.
It's official. The Insurance Corporation of Barbados has offered staff a voluntary separation package as part of plans to streamline and improve overall efficiency. The announcement was made in a statement this morning by Acting Chief Executive Officer Goulburn Aline, following the publication last week of a story by Barbados Today that the company was cutting staff by way of such a package. Describing the package as an enhanced one, Aline said staff was being given the opportunity to leave at this time as the company moves to remain ahead of the competition by investing in automated systems and technologies critical for faster and more efficient customer service.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Read all about it, read all about it. Get your paper. Only $2.25. Let's get your paper.
You again with that stale news from yesterday. I got the Barbados Today app on my phone and I just get my news for free. What do she?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. Newly appointed president of the People's National Party in Jamaica, Peter Phillips, has dismissed the government's plans to give more power to the security forces as an ineffective method of solving the country's crime problem. Phillips, who took over leadership of the opposition PNP from Portia Simpson Miller, says the solution lies in the building up of communities and not tearing them down. Additionally, he said dialogue and community building must go hand in hand with effective intelligence-led policing by a trustworthy and honest security force. And finally, on the international scene, defiant Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny has been jailed for 15 days over his role in a mass anti-corruption protest in Moscow. Navalny, who was arrested at Sunday's demonstration, was sentenced by a court this afternoon for disobeying a police officer.
There were many tense moments and, according to state media, hundreds of arrests made in Moscow alone. Our crew also getting caught up in the pushing and shoving.
There's a massive police presence on hand here at these protests, and time and again we're seeing scenes like this, with the police pushing the protesters back and even making arrests. This way, this way. Okay.
Russia's official news agency put the turnout at around 8,000 people at the march in Moscow, declared illegal by Russian authorities. Taking to the streets to criticize what they call widespread corruption among the country's elite, the organizers say similar gatherings happened in about 100 towns and cities across this vast country.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in-bus terminals, our screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.